There's a stylish and I'll say sustainable trend taking place in interior design. It's the paper mache lamp. Now the shapes are structural, the textures are unique. The price tags though, they're high. And we thought with a name like paper mache, there had to be a DIY option for this design style. My first guest says if you can recall your paper mache piñata skills, you can make a lamp that makes a statement. You can do a donkey, a pineapple, what else?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
You weren't sure where I was going with that.
No.
Paper mache projects, Aubrey.
Paper mache
Keep it above board. Donkey, pineapple. I was trying to think what I did in my third grade classroom.
I don't even remember. It's like lifetime ago.
Aubrey Bennion is going to give us this tutorial now that I've shocked her to life. Sorry about that. We did a donkey, and then we did a piñata.
Yeah. A pineapple, though.
Piñata,
That seems complicated.
Well, yellow and green.
Okay.
Basic color scheme. You can appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to keep us pretty simple. Okay. No donkeys here today.
Describe first what we're seeing. Paper mache lamps.
Yeah, I mean, as every segment here starts, I was on Pinterest, right? Like the trouble of poking around on Pinterest, where I see something and I'm like, I could do that. So I had seen a couple of these lamps, and I mean, maybe paper mache is not the most important part to me, but it was the hand painted pattern that I saw that I was like, oh my gosh, I want that pattern. I want that hand painted. I want those colors. I want to be able to do it myself. I want to be able to customize it the way that I, want to match my living room.
For you, a combination of the aesthetic and the control. Like I can choose what's going on here.
Absolutely.
Love it. Support
Absolutely.
it.
And also, as I do think about paper mache, I think, well, third graders can do it, so it's got to be
third graders
easy.
can make donkeys and pineapples. So they can make lamps.
Yeah, in that contest of like, are you smarter than a third grader? When it comes to paper mache, I could never pull off a donkey.
They're darling. What you created is so cute. Have we figured out though, from a retail perspective, why are they so expensive if you seek out to buy? Are they expensive to make?
Well, no. I mean, right, that you've got when was the last time you had your hands on a real newspaper? You have to track it down. So once you get your newspaper, then your newsprint, relatively inexpensive.
My local Taco Time, I'd actually never been in. They still
sell the paper.
The newspapers, and maybe like a 2001 Good Housekeeping.
Wow.
It's still stocked.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, go to Taco Time
hit,
if you need a newspaper.
Where did you get a newspaper?
At the grocery store, and I had to ask really intently about where it is.
And some 17-year-old said, what?
Yeah, they're like, what is that? So your Mod Podge, which you can use glue, watered down glue, and your newsprint. And I actually, for this one, go to DI and buy a lamp.
Doesn't matter.
No, and I shopped for one that had a pretty simple flat. I was no donkey.
No pineapple
spikes. No odd shapes, but okay. I actually covered this one in cardboard and taped it.
No, you did
not. So this
not.
was hollow on the inside, and so I just created this base.
You wrapped it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's hollow in there.
And doesn't have to be perfectly shaped because that contributes to the
this
look.
project is perfect for the person who doesn't care about detail. I actually think if your cameraman cannot zoom in really tight, then you won't see all my mistakes.
Well, now they're going to.
I know. But it is the best for people who don't want to pay attention to detail.
But isn't that part of it too? The handmade.
Yes. So we did the paper mache, and then the version that I saw on Pinterest, I was like, it looks a little plastered, so I went to I don't know, Michael's or Home Depot, anyway. And I saw this, which I thought, I have this at my house. I have done a project. It's like your spackle.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I thought I had like a spackling knife, and I didn't. So I used my Orson Gigi brownie spatula, which works perfectly.
Thank you, Heather.
Works perfectly, yes, 99 cents, best use. And I just went to town, and then I sanded it down and let it dry overnight.
So, sorry, back step, let's review. Soaking the newspaper, remind us how to paper mache.
Oh, right.
Soaking the newspaper in the Mod Podge.
Yeah, and I actually just used a sponge.
Just a
sponge brush.
Wrapped it. Let it dry.
The good thing, let it dry overnight. And then I did the spackle.
On top.
Yep. Good thing about this is it's pink and it turns white when it dries, so it's like foolproof. You know when it's dry.
I'm glad you warned us because I would have panicked. Like, I don't want a pink donkey. Lamp.
I'm gonna make you a pink donkey lamp.
Please do.
Oh my gosh, you're so silly. And then I painted it with one base color. The fact that I painted it like a creamy white is not that much different than this
color,
spackle color.
But you were extra.
But then you can go to town. I, of course, love a plaid or a stripe, clearly. But
really?
I know, right? But I wanted to match it to the living room or to my bedroom or, you know, whatever this is. So choosing your paint colors is really where it goes.
Did you paint tape that?
I did not tape it.
You just freehanded.
Well, I used
job.
like a guide. You know, I used, I don't even know it, a piece of paper, and I kind of, you can see my pencil lines in there very faintly. So I didn't absolutely freehand it, but kind of.
Look at this girl.
Okay, so if this is too much, because admittedly this is a lot of steps.
You did top to bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this was like, if I think about it in increments of like shows, episodes, this was a lot of episodes of a thing. Yeah. But if this, this has been in my living room for a very long time, and this, you see this nearly every day in my Instagram stories. This stays in my living room, but this, I, years ago, did just freehand. If you want to just paint, go, there's no treatment on top of this other than red paint on a fabric lampshade.
Oh, she's so
and
cute.
so this is simple.
Yeah.
This is so much more simple than this. But this does have a lot more
character.
Yeah, a lot more character. It is a lot more of a finished product.
Yeah.
Don't ask about it being a light source because this absolutely doesn't really let light in. There's light that goes down and there's light that goes up.
I didn't even
But there
think
is
about
no
that.
light that comes out this way.
So it's more statuesque on the shelf than it is illuminating.
Yes, very
you
much
nailed
so.
it, sister. So cute, and I do appreciate the step down option.
So easy. That one's like the 10-minute version. This is like the one whole season of Gilmore Girls version.
And now I'll probably be laughing all day at like you're under the breath. I'm gonna make you a donkey laugh. Sorry, I'm sorry I derailed us with my third grade memories. I'm sorry.
No,
You're
I'm
fantastic.
impressed.
Aubrey mentioned her Instagram. You absolutely should be following along for jolts of color, jolts of happy. Your life's just interesting. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
How do we follow along?
On Aubrey E. Liz on Instagram.
One of our favorites. Thank you so much.